Okay, here we go. Mystery Pony Fiction here. I'm starting 5 minutes early to just have a look at some stuff. Check that everything's working. Is the stream actually going? Okay, here we go. Yep. Okay then. I guess no one was waiting with anticipation. The other thing I need to find out is whether or not chat actually shows up on my... So if I go to my window and I put something into chat, does it pop up on the screen? I'll have to be playing. Mystery Pony Fiction here. I'm starting 5 minutes early to just have a look at some stuff. Yeah, okay, I'm behind in my own stream. Go to now. Go to live. Okay, I'll just refresh it. Pony Fiction here. I'm starting 5 minutes early to just have a look at some stuff. Yeah, okay, I'm behind in my own stream. Go to now. Go to live. Okay, I'll just refresh it. Pony Fiction here. I'm starting 5 minutes early to just have a look at some stuff. Yeah, okay, I'm behind in my own stream. Go to now. Go to live. Okay, I'll just refresh it. Pony Fiction here. I'm starting 5 minutes early to just have a look at some stuff. Yeah, okay, I'm behind in... Okay, I was just hoping to see if the actual Steam Labs overlay is working. That will show me when people chat on the screen. I guess I'll just have to use the pop-out one to know if anyone is talking. Pop-out chat. Until I learn better what I'm doing, I guess I'll say hello and welcome everyone once it is 10 a.m. Get ready to get started. Try to get that to not take up much. Okay, so I've got Wallpaper Engine going with this just for the entertainment of it. One minute to go. Do. And welcome everyone to Mystery Pony Fiction. This is my first ever live stream that I'm actually doing publicly and is going live right now. I did a couple of others for practice where it was just live streaming to an unlisted video. And what I plan to do today is to show the process of me creating the music that I use when I create an audiobook. So, the most recent audiobook that I've already recorded the lines for is this story called Radio Edit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the text up. Now where is it? Maybe I don't, maybe I get it here. Okay, I click this little button here. Download HTML. And so now I've got a HTML browser file of that fic. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Log in. Probably should have had this already opened. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a song about this, about the attached story for me to make in Suno. I think that's how I did it. I'm just going to double check how I did it last time, because last time it turned out pretty well. So when I went to Bun Homie Song Creation, the last thing I said was Where's the one where I actually attached the file? Okay, that's the start of the conversation. Looking for where I attached a file. There it is. So I attached this file. Write a song for Suno about the attached story. So I might as well just do it in this same stream of text. Yeah. Write a song about the attached story for me to make in Suno. And then I will attach that HTML. It's reading documents. Here's a full Suno ready song based on the story Radio Edit. It's given me the title, my own frequency. Obviously I ignore that, but what I do get is the genre. So now what I do is I open Suno. Yeah, I'll go to create, and then I want to click this new workspace. So they've implemented this thing where you create workspaces so you can organize all your files, songs into whatever particular project. So this is the project Radio Edit for the fiction. So now everything I make about this song will be here. So when I go to ChatGPT, I'm going to grab this genre here. So it's suggesting emotional indie pop rock with light synths, warm guitars, and an uplifting finale. And I'll put that into the style section. And then I'm going to copy the song it gave me. As would you also like a second alternative version that's more upbeat pop rock? Well, that depends on how this one sounds. Okay. Now, Suno's been getting better and better. And it actually seems to be able to actually follow these instructions here. So outro, soft acoustic guitar, fade. Now I guess we're going to critique it as we go. Now what I like to add, regardless of what ChatGPT gives me, is an intro. Just write intro, just to have the song start with a bit of music before it just jumps straight into the first verse. Now, Now I guess the next thing I should do is to check if there's anything it gave me that just doesn't make sense. I usually do this like right after reading a story. It's been like 2 days since I read this story, so I might not fully remember it, but let's have a quick look at the description. Yeah, I remember. So yeah, so I'm kind of refreshing my memory of what the plot was about, so this will help me understand if the song got it right, got the right gist of it. I remember there were some parts of the reading of it where I got a bit confused of who was talking. All right, well, let's just go ahead and see what it makes. Oh, the other thing is I need to put in the song title. So I'll put radio edit. And let's go. Let's see what it creates. Now I usually start at the bottom because I think the bottom is the first generation it makes, then it goes upwards. And we can already start listening to it.
Caught between the pages and the echoes in the hall. The laughter.
Okay, first of all, let me just check the second one.
Pages and the echo.
Okay, first of all, I don't like that there's male vocals, so I'm going to go add female vocals to the styles and just scrap these two songs. I won't even bother listening to them because I mean there's like no male characters in the actual story, so I don't think that will work very well. So now that I've made that change, you can also exclude styles in case you want to make sure it doesn't, decide to bring in a certain style, but I don't use that often. Well, or ever really. All right, let's see what it makes now that I've added female vocals. It sometimes has to buffer. I'm not sure.
And the echoes in the halls, the laughter's loud, but somehow I still feel so small. Mistaken for another name, another brighter star. I fake a smile but wonder who I really are. Charts and plans I carry in my hands, all the ways I try to understand. I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the
think that turned out pretty well. So I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Now let's compare it to the next one.
Caught between the pages and the echoes in the halls. The laughter's loud, but somehow I still feel so small. Mistaken for another name, another brighter star. I fake a smile, but wonder who I really are. Charts and plans I carry in my hands. All the ways I try to understand. I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, through the noise, and through the doubt, I'll turn it up, I won't phase out. I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Practice rooms and broken lights, another plan delayed. I second guess each word I say, afraid to misbehave. But a voice cuts through the feedback, reaching out so clear. You're not her, she says you're what we need right here. Every misnote, every trembling chord, a place for every voice that's ignored. I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, through the noise, and through the doubt, I'll turn it up, I won't phase out. I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency.
It's okay to falter, it's okay to fall. Friendship's not a perfect song at all.
It's the notes we find between the lines. It's the way we learn to shine. I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, through the noise, and through the doubt, I'll turn it up, I won't phase out. I'm tuning in, I'm tuning in, I'm tuning in. Frequency.
What? I think I made a mistake there.
Frequency. Through the noise and through the doubt, I'll turn it up, I won't phase out. I'm tuning in, I'm tuning in, I'm tuning in. Frequency.
Yeah, so F'd up that bit. So I'm definitely not going to choose the second one, although I was already leaning towards the first one. But for the sake of argument, there's a whole lot of new editing tools. I haven't really tried using them yet. But yeah, there's this new replace section that you can do. So if I go to that bit where it's screwed up, so like Suno has now got all these actual editing tools, whereas you used to just have to accept the crap that it gave you and either scrap it or try again. But now I should be able to, I think, select this one, final chorus, bigger, where is it? I think I can probably select it there. So it's screwed up that I'm tuning in, finding my own frequency. what I should be able to do is, yeah, just get it to redo that part. Generate replacements. I actually haven't done this before, so I'm learning this live. Select. Generate replacements. And now it's going to give me some alternative. Oh, it's highlighted a little bit of the last word of that one, so I hope that's not going to be a pain. Maybe it's doing that in order to have the music be, the notes be consistent or whatever. Okay, now let's see if it fixed up the bit that it screwed up.
I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, through the noise, and through the doubt, I'll turn it up, I won't phase out. I'm tuning in, I'm tuning in. Finding my own frequency. Finding my own
That time it missed the end of the word, so it kind of
I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, through the noise, and through the doubt, I'll turn it up, I won't phase out. I'm tuning in, I'm tuning in. Finding my own frequency. Finding my own frequency.
okay.
Finding my own frequency.
So since it did it right that time,
I'm
I think what I do is I give it a thumbs up, and I think it will probably.
tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, through the noise, and through the doubt.
Okay, now hang on. If I go back to create, there we go. It's created the 232 sections to fix that song, and it was the second one that was correct, right?
I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency. Finding my own
Hang on.
I'm tuning in, I'm finding my own frequency.
Okay, so that's where it got the word right. Now, what I'll do is I'll go here and I'll go to create confirm section. And so now it's made the full song with that fixed part. I'm kind of just learning this live at the moment. I haven't experimented with this yet, but I figured I might as well try it out for the first time. So now that part of the song shouldn't be messed up.
frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound of being me. Through the static, I'm finding my own frequency. Not a shadow, not a copy, just the sound.
But overall, since I observed the first version of the song, just getting it all correct all together, this is the one that I'm actually going to go with. So I'm going to download this. You got to get it to generate a video. This is because this is the song that I want to have at the end of my audiobook that has the little TikTok shaped video that shows the lyrics and all that. I think you can either get it to generate a video by either pressing that button or either refreshing. there's a whole lot of stuff that's new about Suno since only a month ago. It's really hard to keep up with. But man, they allow you to do so much more than you used to. I haven't even experimented with it much. I've usually just been satisfied with what it gives me the first run through. So I'm going to take this, save radio edit to my story folder. This is where I put all my songs that are generated for my audiobooks. So I've saved an MP3 version of radio edit, which is this little TikTok shaped video with all the
It's okay to
so that part's done. That's going to be my outro song. Now the next thing I need to do, so I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to ask it for, how exactly did I ask it last time? I want to try to be consistent so that I don't confuse ChatGPT. So I got really carried away and spent like 5 hours making music for the last one. Applejack loses it. Man, I can't even remember the name. Applejack finally loses it, and I got it to make a bunch of songs, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, there's not quite enough songs for this really long audiobook, so instead I'm going to ask it to make something for each specific scene. And I said, yeah, make an alternative one, I'll pick the best. It's a long story, so could I get another prompt for when the music escalates and the plot gets really angry? So it gave me another set of keywords. I'm going to need a new prompt for when Rainbow Dash is trying to stop Applejack. So now I've got another set of prompts, specifically so that I can slot in a bit of music for when it's Rainbow Dash and Applejack. Great, now I need one for when Pinky is trying to stop her. So then it gives me another one with a more Pinky style of music. Now I need one for when Rarity is trying to stop her. And there we go. We've got over the top romantic waltz with lush strings, bloody blah. Now I need one for when Fluttershy is trying to stop her. And then now one for when Celestia, the Princess of the Sun, tries to stop her. So I really got carried away with making the last audiobook. I probably spent all day on it. I probably won't go to as much effort with this one because it's shorter, and frankly I need to not get so autistic about it all the time and just sort of get on with the job. So what I will do is, so they made me the song for that last thing, and then I said blah 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 blah. Don't remember exactly. Here we go. Okay, now I'm looking to make just the instrumental background music for the story while it's being read. So I'm just going to repeat that so that I'm keep consistent with Suno and it has a good understanding of what I want, because it gave me the correct response last time. So I'll say that. Okay, now I'm looking to make the instrumental background music for while the story is being read with just a 200 character description of the genre and styles that will suit the story, because that 200 characters is all that will fit in here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change to instrumental mode, so there's now no longer any lyrics, and I'll put in that's not what it was it? Hang on, let me just clear everything, start over. Still call the song radio edit. Radio edit. Just make sure I'm not accidentally putting anything else in styles other than this specific instruction. Okay, I don't know why there's all this blank space at the bottom here. Right, it was just a little bit less of the 200 character limit. Warm indie pop with soft acoustic guitar. So now that's going to be the instrumental music. It's not letting me create yet. What have I forgotten to include? Oh, I put that in exclude styles. That's why. Duh. Put it in the wrong box. I want it in styles, not exclude styles. There we go. 189 characters, and let's create. So, you know, it's combining with ChatGPT in order to understand what kind of aesthetic I want for the background music that's going to be playing as I read the story. So let's see how it turned out. I don't need to methodically watch a list of lyrics this time, so I can do some other stuff along. For more emotional, vulnerable scenes, use these prompts. For lighter, upbeat friendship moments, for moments of personal breakthrough and hope. So now I'm going to go ahead and I will usually not bother listening to the whole thing. I will, listen to the start of it, get a vibe, and be like, yeah, that's a decent vibe. I don't need to spend, I need to get these out quickly. I'm not paid to make these. I do this as a hobby. So once this starts being a job and it starts being a bore to myself, then I will lose the motivation to keep making these audiobooks. So I'm just going to put in this second prompt that it gave me, and it will create another 2 copies of Radio Edit. So I've got these 2 copies with the warm indie blah blah. Now 2 copies with soft ambient indie with delicate electric guitar echoes. I'm going to start listening to one. Then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to get the next prompt. Put that in styles. It's just buffering. Going to create 2 more. That sounds alright. That's enough for me to just go ahead and check out this next one. Yeah, that sounds like it'll be fun background music. Now, the third one, for moments of personal breakthrough and hope. Put that in. Man, there's like 20 notifications of what's new in Suno that I haven't looked at yet. I remember being excited when there was just the ability to... There's so much about Suno that I haven't even bothered trying to use because so far it's served the purpose that it needs to make this background music for my audiobooks. But I could really put a lot more effort into it if I wanted to. But I wouldn't want to unless I was actually being able to replace my, day job with doing this. Anyway, let's see how this one sounded. See that I think is going to be good for some kind of sadder moments that I remember in the story. So now, this isn't the bit where I just sit down and listen to every single song that it's made and decide whether it's good or not and just dispose of it. What I do is I just save all of it as WAV audio. I'm going to save it as WAV audio if I don't intend to make any use of... Well, there is no reason to make use of a little TikTok video version when it's only going to be audio and there's going to be no video represented to it at all. So this is my story folder. I created 25 different songs for Applejack Finally Snaps. That's a bit more than usual. I got carried away with that last one, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really glad that I spent the entire day making the soundtrack for that, and that's why I was proud enough to actually upload everything that I made for it. I'm not going to do that for every story I make, but anyway, for this one, a more modest amount should be sufficient to get the job done. So the first one is going to save as radio edit. There's going to be radio edit MP3, which is the one that I know is the actual song for the end of the story, and then the first radio edit, and I just go from the bottom to the top to try not to forget where I'm up to. Download file, and it's going to automatically add bracket 1, so I don't have to keep typing in bracket 1 myself. So 0, 1, 2. Bracket 2. And then once these are in, I'll explain a little bit more about what happens when I'm going to go forward and drop these into a video timeline, but not actually start editing the whole video. I'm going to do that off stream so that I can just focus. Radio edit 4. Didn't I already click the button? It will usually take a little bit longer if you if the song is longer. So for a 1:22 minute, it should create the file pretty quickly, and then a little bit longer for a 2:27 minute one. And yeah, it should be a total of 7 because there's 8 of them. One of them doesn't have a bracket, and then the rest do. And if this turns out to not be enough music, once I'm in there doing the editing, I can always come back and make more. Which is exactly what I did with Applejack Snaps, because I think I had like about 12 songs, and I ended up with going back and making up to 20, 25 or whatever. So after I do that, and that's all saved, then that's when I go to Vegas Pro. And I get ready to start a new project. As usual, I get copy it from here to make sure there's absolutely no way I'll make a spelling mistake. And I save it in the projects folder, radio edit. So then I go to the story folder, and then I should be able to sort by, well, date. I just made them. Radio edit 0 to 1, and then where's the MP4 one? I guess that puts it at the top. And radio edit MP4. Move all these in. Say no, because I don't want to change the change it to a TikTok shape canvas. And then there we go. And now I go to my Documents, Audacity. I've already recorded my voice for the radio story, radio edit story. I usually put the voice line at the top of, and then the music on the second line. Whoop. Oh, okay, hang on. Hold Shift. And I'll just move them all over here. And then I will start playing the story and then fitting in the music as I require it. Looks like there's enough music to all go in there, and then I can always go back to Suno and make more if I need more, or come across a particular part of the story where I decide I want it to generate another one for a specific mood. So yeah, now I'm going to save that, and that will be ready for when I want to start editing that episode together. So that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this stream, and Brohoof, subscribe and comment and all that. And I'll see you guys next time.